Howdy, folks. Good morning. We are live. Welcome to Wednesday as we enjoy this nice smoky environment here in Washington. We are having a ridiculous amount of wildfires going on right now, and there's a lot of air pollution right now. So, hoping that they get put out soon. And thank you to all the men and women who are out fighting these things right now. So welcome to episode 62. It's called The Fork in the Road. We're going to talk about one of my favorite things today. We're going to talk about the law of attraction and how we can attract what we desire and thoughts become things, because this is our midweek docking to fuel up so we can finish the week strong here at the School of Shred. So if you're tuning in for the first time, everybody, what is this show? This is the holistic health and fitness show that's designed to help you shred your old and make better your new. A better body, a better mindset creates a better life. We don't just shred body fat with this show in the School of Shred. We shred limitations and habits that no longer serve us. So good morning. Episode 62, as you guys jump on, throw some flex emojis, throw some fire in the comments. We got a couple people participating already. We have lactic acid building up in the comment section, people. You might want to get in on it. So, before we begin here, if you guys want a free guide, something for free, go to schoolshredpodcast.com. The show is here Monday through Friday, 9 a.m., on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. Shout out to Instagram. And you can also catch the show and take it on the go with the podcast app on iTunes. If you do a review, that would be much appreciated. And then also Spotify. So, the fork in the road. What am I talking about here? I wanted to share something with you guys that's been proven to be really important in my life. And this is this idea of the law of attraction. What is it? And I was talking to my dad a couple weeks ago, and we were talking about this. And, as we were going for a long drive, and I was thinking about this law of attraction. What really is it? Because a lot of us, you think it might be hoki-poki. I've watched a lot of stuff on the law of attraction, and it's like, just think about it and it will happen. I think it's much deeper than that. I think there's actually a practical, there's a practical side to it. And the reason we're talking about this today is because this can vastly improve your life. And really what it's about is awareness. So what are you aware of? And the fork in the road is if you are thinking about something all the time, you start to, and if you have a definite purpose and a definite aim for your goals and where you want to go, every decision you make, you guys, is a fork in the road. There is, you could go one way or the other. Now what happens, and Napoleon Hill, my favorite author, talks about this a lot, this like hypnotic rhythm we get caught in, is we start taking the road, or the road that doesn't lead to our goals. It doesn't lead to wellness. It doesn't lead to spiritual, mental, or physical health, because it's easy. And we start taking that fork over and over, and having a purpose and an aim, and what Napoleon Hill calls a definiteness of purpose, helps you select the fork that is most applicable to your goals, to what's going to get you to where you want to be. Not where I want to be, not where somebody else wants to be, but where you want to be. So there's this great Tony Robbins video I watched several years ago that talked about, he said, there was this thing, he's like, look for red in the room you're in right now. Look for red, look for red, look for red, look for red. Okay, stop. And he goes, now look for green, look for green, look for green, look for green. And so I'm looking around my room, I'm like 20 years old. I'm like looking around, I'm like, where's red at, And I found red. I found the color red. And then right after that, he goes, how many people you saw red? How many of you saw brown and considered it red just because you needed to find something red? And I go, holy shit, he's right. I mean, I just looked at my couch, it's brown. And I was like, well, I mean, it's the reddest thing in the room. And you see what that is that's awareness right there. You're becoming aware of that color, and you're looking for that color. Have you guys ever bought something like maybe a new car and everybody has that same car that day all of a sudden? If you've ever had that happen, or maybe you buy something and you notice everybody's got it, like you're seeing it all the time, or even you think about a car, you're like, man, I really like car. That happened to me with Camaro one time. I was into Camaros for a minute. I was going to get one. That was going to be my goal. And I remember seeing them everywhere all of a sudden, just everywhere. And it was this thing of like, what is that? Is that the world changing for you? You know, throw some fire in the comments if you guys have ever had that happen. And what is that? Well, you're becoming aware. So our brain has to select what it's going to focus on, because there's so much coming at us every day, especially now in today's world. There's so much flying at us constantly that our brains have to figure out what's most important and do like a triaging all the time. So what is this fork in the road? This thing is this law of attraction. So if you write your goals down and you know exactly where you want to be, exactly how you want to feel, what's the lifestyle you want to live, what's the body that you want, what are the features of the body you want, not just that it looks good, because there's many ways to get there. Do you want to be starving all the time? Do you want to be tired all the time? You can do that and get and look nice if you want to, or you could have a definite aim and a goal of, I want to have energy. I want to be able to go do this. Maybe I want to be able to go play 18 holes of golf or whatever. Like whatever gives you that energy, but you write that down and be definite on it. And this whole idea of this law of attraction is that the universe will give you opportunities to reach those goals, but you have to know what you're looking for. You have to have a definite aim. You have to have a definiteness of purpose. Okay, and the more aware you are of those, and like I've showed you guys before, I got these big cards here. These big cards where you write down what you want out of your life and you read it all the time and you program your subconscious to look for it. Okay, and so what happens is if you want to get in shape, you start looking for every opportunity to go get a couple steps in. If you realize that is a great way to get fit, whether you're resistance training and have a trainer or any of that, I know that could be daunting. Just get moving, but steps is a great way to go. And so, for instance, my lifestyle, I'm looking for that fork in the road all the time to go get steps in. At work, I'm walking on the treadmill trying to read a book in between clients. If I get 6 clients a day, I got 10-minute breaks in between those 6 clients. That's 60 minutes of walking a day that I do that's broken up in a 10-minute session, so it's not stressful. But it might as well do that than just sit down. Might as well go take a call in the parking lot and walk around, because your goal is to get in shape. So you take the fork in the road. You're aware of that. Now, this idea of the law of attraction can be a little bit different, because this is more the practical side that I'm saying, is like you select the fork in the road that leads to your goals. But if you open your awareness up to the goals you want, to create. One of mine was to make $100,000 a year by the time I was 25. I did it by the time I was 26. And I had that written down, and I was super intentional with that. And the decisions that I made from like 21 until 25 led to that. And the way that I did it was I got into a career that I was into, which is personal training. I worked my way up. I didn't have my own business at the time, but I worked my way up. I tried to get as proficient as I could in that craft. I tried to be the best I could possibly be. So when I went out on my own, my client retention was better. And then I ended up hitting that financial goal. But it could be with anything. What happens is the more definite your aim is, the more you start, you feel like those opportunities are manifesting in your life, or they're somehow like they're availing themselves to you. But really what's going on is your awareness is just focused on it, right? What energy goes energy flows where attention goes. So if your attention's on something and your energy is focused on something, you're going to be more aware of it. So that's the fork in the road. So this whole idea of the law of attraction is not so hokey-pokey. It's a very real thing that I utilize every day of my life. I love it. I love the law of attraction, because what it does is it's really a focus system. It's a way to systematically hit your goals and focus on things and become aware of the things that you want. going, and if you want to save money and you want to start getting your money working for you and invest and save for a house or something like that, is going out and spending $500 on something that's not going to potentially help your energy production or any of that out. Is that a very good idea? No. And so you don't want to attract those things in your life. And so you make different decisions. You take different paths in that fork in the road. So that's episode 62, the fork in the road. So write down your goals, be definite in your purpose, be definite in your aim. And with every fork in the road, you can stay on the right path and select the right road to go down so you don't drift and then fall into hypnotic rhythm. And that hypnotic rhythm is what leads most people into the matrix. There's a lot of people walking out there today, walking around that aren't even living. They don't even realize they're hypnotized. But they've hypnotized themselves into a state of negative mental attitude. And you can change that if you change your awareness and what you think about. So, love y'all. That's episode 62. Ask any questions that you guys have. We have a Q&A Friday coming up this week. It's Pizza Friday. I'm just kidding. I'm not eating pizza this Friday. But you can if you want. If you feel like you need pizza this Friday, whatever. I wouldn't recommend it though. But anyway, ask your questions and we'll hit them up on Friday. And I'll see you guys tomorrow at 9 a.m. for episode 63 of the School of Shred, the one and only. There's 10 days or 11 days left to join the very first class 101 of the School of Shred. So there's a link here that's scheduleonce.com/JohnReed1 to schedule your video consultation with me for admittance into the School of Shred class 101. We'll change your life in 90 days. You go through the full curriculum. You can graduate from your first quarter. It could be you. In 90 days, you could invest in your health. And I'll help you find the fork in the road. Anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Stay strong and healthy in body. Stay relentless and energized in spirit. Stay determined in your pursuits today. That spells shred. And you know what to do. Go shred your day and get better in every way. I'll see you guys tomorrow at 9 a.m. Class dismissed.